High school students across P.E.I. have something new to choose from as they consider their choices for the next school year. The Department of Education has expanded the Academy Diploma Program to 6 schools across the island. The program offers students a chance to try out a career, including coursework, co-op placements, and mentoring opportunities. It's designed to appeal to students who are moving on to post-secondary education as well as directly into the workforce. Now, the first Academy Diploma Program started at Three Oaks in 2010 as a pilot. The hope is to eventually offer it at every high school on P.E.I. Island Morning's Nancy Russell dropped by the new arts program at Bluefield to find out who's enrolling and why.
We'll go take a look. Let's go compare.
Teacher Glenn Strickey helped sort through pieces of colored glass in today's visual arts class at Bluefield High School. Around the room, students are working on a variety of projects: sketching, mosaic work, sculpting. For several of them, art is not just an elective course. They're among the first to register in the new Academy Diploma Program.
My name's Emma McPhail, and I'm involved in the Academy Diploma Program, Grade 11 Art, and I'll be taking Creative Multimedia next year.
Why were you interested in being part of this program?
Because I feel like it will help me make connections through the art community and figure out what path I would like to take for a career.
What interests you at this point?
Design.
So did you go out and measure this to see that?
Teacher Glenn Strickey helped design the Academy Diploma Program here at Bluefield. He teaches visual art and photography, and he's also a well-known jazz musician.
We saw a need here at the school for students who are in the arts to have an enrichment experience so that they could actually prepare themselves to study post-secondary in the arts, but also make connections in the community so that if they decided they wanted to go into the arts as a career afterwards, they've already made connections.
Shelley McLean Ellis is the Career Education Curriculum Specialist with the P.E.I. Department of Education. She's working to expand the Academy Diploma programs to high schools across the island.
First of all, schools will identify certain courses that they recommend for students to take that are related to the sector that they're interested in. Students will do community-based learning, so real hands-on learning in the community.
My name's Jane Norrie. I'm in grade 11.
What part of the arts interests you?
The fine arts, painting, drawing, kind of more hands-on. Like, it will help me get an advanced art diploma when I graduate from Bluefield.
I think it's a value added for kids. It's a way to recognize some of the things that kids and students have been doing for many years. You know, we hear of students involved in stage productions at their school and all kinds of volunteer activities and things that they're doing outside of the classroom. And I think increasingly we're realizing that learning outside the classroom is really important as well as inside the classroom.
A mini concert has broken out in today's art class at Bluefield. These teens are preparing to audition for the school's upcoming coffee house, and they're rehearsing their songs. As part of the Academy Diploma Program, students are required to take a core set of courses. But Glenn Strickey says they're also encouraged to focus on their chosen sector in their other courses required for graduation.
So, for example, if they were doing a major research project in French or in English, they actually tailor towards the arts. So rather than doing what the other students might be doing in the class, their large research project or their panel discussion could be connected to visual arts or music or theater.
And I can't sweep you off of your... The students in the arts program can get extra certifications, for example, in stage makeup. And they'll have the chance to do a mock audition through the UPEI Theatre Department. Glenn Strickey says the group took a field trip to Mount Allison University to visit the Fine Arts Department, and all of their co-op placements will be focused on the arts.
I want to take one in a design studio and or management, like an art director or shadowing an artist in their studio.
My name's Bronwyn Khan. Some people will be in dance studios, others will be in maybe art studios or the Confed Center. Other connections would be people we would get to know.
Mark Sandiford is the Executive Director of Culture P.E.I., and he's been involved in helping to set up the new Academy Diploma Program in the Arts. he sees lots of benefits for students.
I'm really excited about the program because what it does is it creates this really cool bridge between school and the real world, which really hasn't been there before. So oftentimes with kids, they'll they get interested in the arts, but it's only years later after they've pursued all their education that they find out what they're actually getting themselves into, and now they're going to find it really early on. The culture sector is kind of an interesting one because it's really about entrepreneurship, right? It's about people making their own luck. It isn't like there's a whole bunch of jobs out there waiting for people in the culture sector. So if you're going to get involved, if you're a kid and you want to get involved in the culture sector, you have to figure out how to make your own career happen.
Shelley McLean Ellis says even though the students are focused on one sector, that doesn't in any way limit what they do when they graduate.
It's not like that the experiences that they're having would only apply in that particular sector. So many of the skills they're getting are just really transferable skills. They're meeting people, they're communicating with people, it's organizational skills, it's teamwork skills.
There are now 6 Academy Diploma programs, including the original Aviation Aerospace program at Three Oaks in Summerside. There are programs focusing on bioscience, agriculture, tourism and culinary, and innovation in business. Shelley McLean Ellis says the plan is to eventually have some form of Academy Diploma program at every island high school.
There's a lot of excitement around the program. Teachers are finding that it's a very positive move. It is a bit more work for them to get up and running with it, but they're finding that overall the experience is very positive, that they're seeing student growth, student enthusiasm, all kinds of great skills being developed with the program.
Back at Bluefield, Glenn Strickey watches with a smile as his students continue their improvised music rehearsal in art class. As someone who makes part of his living in the arts, he wishes there had been an Academy Diploma program when he was in high school.
Oh, I can't imagine. It would have been absolutely perfect. I studied arts in university, but it would have been such a huge advantage to have actually made connections outside of my high school setting when I was in high school, to actually meet the people who are doing it for a career and get to know those people and have them know who I am and what I'm capable of doing before I go out there and try and make a career of it. It's a huge advantage.
Glenn Strickey says Bluefield has students transferring to the school next year just so they can be part of the new arts program. There are about 180 island teens enrolled in the 6 Academy Diploma programs, with that number expected to grow as word of the program spreads. For Island Morning, I'm Nancy Russell at Bluefield High School.
People fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just a touch of a hand. Me, I fall in love with you every single day. I just want to tell you I am. So honey, now.
Nice version of that Ed Sheeran tune. Talented students, and by the way, those students we just heard singing are part of the Bluefield Arts Coffee House. It's coming up this Thursday night, 7 o'clock, in the Bluefield cafeteria. The event features an art gallery with student work, a silent auction, a juried variety show featuring original music, dance, improv acting, spoken word, live art creation, and this year's special guest, the band Vintage, Tim and Donnie, great guys. The event is open to the public. Tickets are $5 for students, $10 for adults. Again, Thursday night, 7 o'clock in the Bluefield cafeteria. Coming up to 24 minutes now, past 8 o'clock here on 96.1 FM.